I'm ready to jump into it and introduce the two amazing experts we have to guide us through our conversation today. First, I'm excited to introduce Vivian Kaye. Vivian Kaye is the founder and CEO of KinkyCurlyYaki, a premium textured hair extension brand for Black women that she bootstrapped to over a multi-million dollar business in revenue as an immigrant, college dropout, and single mom. Hi, Vivian.
Hello, everyone.
Wonderful. So happy to have you. And next we have Melissa Villanueva. Melissa is the CEO, owner, and founder of Brewpoint Coffee, a multi-million dollar coffee company with 4 coffee shops, a coffee roastery, and a premier event space. Melissa's innovative approach to running a successful small business has been featured on Forbes, Entrepreneur, Fast Company, and many other leading publications. Hi, Melissa.
Hey everyone, what's up?
We're going to jump right into this discussion because both Melissa and Vivian have so much wonderful expertise to share. What is one key lesson you've learned about managing employees in a way that aligns with your values as a woman entrepreneur?
You know, employment is one of those things that is really intimidating. Sometimes it can be really rewarding, but I know it's one of those things that it's a struggle. It's changed since the pandemic. It has looked a lot of different ways. And I know that at the end of the day, part of it is it's our mindset around employment and really moving forward with it and in it. And texts and calls to employees, defaming, everything you can imagine has been happening over the past couple of weeks for me. Here's what I'll say with this. When you lead with your values, when you do your best every moment you can, you can be, I feel very proud of everything we've done as a company. As the departments come to lift under the covers and see what's up, they are seeing that all these things are false. They are seeing something is wrong with whatever someone is giving them. And it's this reassuring thing that what we've built in doing our best has been more than enough. Being able to establish even further trust with our team, being able to just yet again, do our best in the midst of an anxiety-oriented time has been something that's really grounded me, because it is one of those things where it's you can only control so much of what you can control. I've had a lot of positive reviews around, employment in my company, because we do try to really find this balance of prioritizing people first while also still having a profitable business. And sometimes I do have to choose the group and the company over an individual when it comes to the day-to-day decisions. But I think that for myself, and one thing that I've been really thinking on right now is that with employment, with the hardest times in it, it's easy for an entrepreneur to be what are all the possible bad things that could happen? So for me right now, it's well, what other departments could be called? What if, if this person's willing to lie, what is all these other things that could happen? And really, I think coming down to it is trusting that future me can go toe to toe with this person. Future me can handle really most issues that come my way. And I can be thinking about all the what ifs of the 10 million things my mind goes to of what could happen. But all I have to do is be present and do the best I can in the present and trust that future me can take care of that. And so as much as it's been tough, it's also been a moment of just I feel really confident this is something that will make me a better leader, will make me a better entrepreneurial mentor. And it's strengthened my team, and it's also made us really confident that we have a great business. And so, the silver lining of it all is it's employment can be tough, but it's worth doing. And it is something that you can trust yourself that you'll get better and better and over time.
Oh, so great. I'm so sorry that you're going through that, but that really does show kind of the whole complexities of hiring and some things people may be concerned about. And also that kind of affirmation you said, it just sounds like self-trust. I will trust myself to be able to handle it when situations come up. It's really powerful. Love that.
The reason I share this is because I have been thinking a lot over the past couple of years around, for me as the CEO of my company, how much am I really working in my business, having more responsive energy versus working on my business and having more proactive energy. And I think one big indicator is like, can I actually set quarterly goals and can I actually accomplish them? Or do I have all the excuses of why I couldn't accomplish them because XYZ emergency happened every single month? And so it took me several years to get myself into a place where I could actually focus primarily on growing the business and, getting the business out there more and more. And then it was another thing for me to get my leadership team up there, because a lot of my team members, they came up as baristas and they moved up in the company, and they were the ones who were so responsive and who got everything done and who really cared about everyone's experience in the shop, whether it was a customer or an employee. And they were so responsive oriented, including my husband, that it was like, literally no one can reach their KPIs because leadership is focusing so much on being responsive to everyday needs. And so how do we create structures where we actually can start accomplishing these things? And so it took a lot of hard conversations of this is what leadership is paid for. We don't necessarily want to we want to be thoughtful of how we put this on management or the rest of the team, but this is the only way we can really afford our roles, is if we're growing this business and making sure that it's profitable, versus mopping because there was a leak somewhere. And so my team likes to mop, and so that was one thing I think was game changer for us, was me changing my mindset, and then really keeping accountability to my leadership team of we can have this to the extent that it builds up a good culture and sets the tone, but it should not be any sort of maintenance that we're doing.
Ooh, I feel like that is so powerful, because it is really hard to get out of the weeds when it is your business. And like you said, it is instrumental in growing that you let leadership lead, and being able to build that good culture, but also allowing folks to have the space to hit those KPIs. Wow, it's really powerful.
Just think of it like that, because everything is a learning experience. Had Melissa not gone through all that, she wouldn't be able to trust her future self. The only way you're going to be able to trust yourself in the future is by making the mistakes and going through everything right now.
I feel like we could have a whole work day just talking to you ladies and picking your brains, honestly, because there's so many good questions, and we're already at the top of the hour. And I just want to say thank you so much for your information, Vivian and Melissa, and for sharing, being transparent, and providing so much inspiration here today. And until next time, bye.